What's up, YouTube? I'm back. I wanted to go ahead and give you an update since I made so many changes to my tank. I want to give you a quick rundown of what all I got going on. Maybe it'll help y'all in y'all setup. Maybe it won't. I do things my own way. I take what I can from other people and I put it together how I feel it can work easiest for me. And so far I've had success. So I wanted to go ahead and make this video for y'all and give y'all something to watch while y'all mess with y'all aquariums. First of all, you might notice one big difference is that I've changed my rocks all up, and that's not actually because I changed the rocks. It's because I changed the tank itself. Now it's a much bigger tank. It's actually a 50 gallon now instead of the original 30 gallon. And I've got two 20 gallon tanks underneath it to make my own sump. We'll get into that later though. Just wanted to give y'all a nice steady video for the beginning of this video, because during the rest of it probably will be a little bit shaky because I will be picking the camera up and moving it around the back and stuff like that so that y'all can get a better visual. So let's go ahead and enjoy the fish while we can. Alright, now for the rundown. We'll go to the sump first. Got a normal lamp there for a desk, warming up my little amp pods and copepods that are in here. I don't know if we'd be able to see any. There's actually quite a few in here. Got little frags as well in here, just scattered throughout, hoping that they'll grow onto the shells that I got them placed in. So where my overflow comes in, and I just have it siphoned onto a tube itself into a little glass, which is kind of wedged up against the sump. So that makes it good for the overflow into this tank. Got little starfish, cookie starfish. Got one basic filter there, hang on. And I just have some sponge and filter material so that it contacts the water so that it doesn't make noise. Same thing with the skimmer. Just have that sponge there because it makes the water into a stream, and when it contacts the water, it's not all this trickling. much quieter. Also got the sponge underneath it. That makes a lot less vibration. Goes into my Coke bottle right there. You probably can't see it. But yeah, that's where it drains from the skimmer. And the overflow box is here. Right now I have a rock tied up to it because I'm trying to grow me some coralline algae. I'm trying to get the spores to spread around in the tank quicker that way. This is my overflow box. I have a little hose in there just in case I have emergency siphon for any reason. Hope it never has to, but it's good to have it around. This is my big filter there. I had it on my fresh water in the first place, but I figured since I have all the extra room, I might as well put it in here since it seems not to bother anything. Everything's way down at the bottom. So now I got LED and a T, I think it's a 10 or something like that. Anyways, I can switch the colors up, dim it down. Throughout the day I like to play with the colors, that way it's kind of a natural effect like clouds going by and stuff like that. You know, sometimes it's cloudier throughout the day, so I like to give them a variety of different light sources throughout the day. I think I'm going to go ahead and dose this tank as well, just to give this video something else for y'all to look at, so y'all know what us reefers have to go through every morning when we dose our tank and have to watch it look cloudy for a couple of hours. First of all, I need to unplug my sump skimmer. That's here. Much quieter. Also unplug the big filter so that it doesn't use the carbon and filter out too much stuff that I don't want. Alright, let's set the camera down and start the dosing. Okay, so keep in mind I do dose by hand because I don't have the dosing pumps just yet. Just seemed like too much for my system right now. A lot of electricity wasted that way. I mean, I can do it myself. Right now I have a good work schedule, so I can be near my tank all the time. So I'll go ahead and show y'all what I'm dosing while I'm dosing, and just know that it will cloud up for a little while, but it'll be back to normal in about an hour, and then I'll turn back on my skimmers and clear it up the rest of the way. Some people have a dosing pump so they don't never have to worry about the cloudiness, but for me it's just something fun to do. I don't mind the cloudiness. I like watching my tank, so it's just something different to watch every morning. You can also put different doses in different spots of your tanks, that way you can figure out exactly how your water filtration is moving and your current, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and start. Right now I'll be doing the marine snow. It's for my corals, for their filter feeding habits. I like to give a little shake to everything before I put it in there. A little bit of chromaplex. Excuse me if I pronounce this stuff wrong. This is red. See, now if I was doing this with dosing pumps, I wouldn't get to see the big red cloud like that. I know some people might not even like that cloud, but it's not hurting my corals, so I like it and it's visually pleasing, so I don't mind it at all. This is a little bit of coral axle. Switch it up. Put it in there. iron and magnesium. Different days calls for different dosing of different supplements. Today just happens to be the ones that I'm showing you here. It works for my system, so this is how I do it. I'm sure there's many different ways and different opinions you're going to hear from other people, but this is just to have something to watch on YouTube for you guys and for myself later on when I'm bored, just review, look back at my tank how it was, keep you all informed at the same time. This is going to be Tech 1. Yeah, it's a lot on today. Some days there's only 2 or 3 things to put into the tank. Today there happens to be several bottles we have to put in. A little bit of liquid calcium. Just putting about 10 milliliters of each one. I got a pretty big sized tank. I got no algae growth right now, so it's not like I'm really worried about stuff of that nature or unbalancing my chemicals in my water, because like I said, I've had this tank for a while and it works for me, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is the funnest one for me, the purple tech, because it's a white cloud. It kind of reminds me of pouring milk into water. It's probably pretty close to the same thing anyway, but it gives a nice cloudy effect. Some effect people won't like, but this one is the one I like the most. Now I gotta go through looking at it cloudy for a little while. Then it'll be right back to where it was in the first place in about an hour. Everything will be fed. I can throw a little bit of bloodworms in there for my fish, maybe spot feed my corals, who knows. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. There will be many more coming up, because I'm very inspired right now to make a lot of YouTube videos and about drawing and fishes and stuff like that. So go ahead and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on the next ones when they come out. Thanks for watching.